Since about March, we have not seen clients in the office. We do it virtually.
All right, so this one came in specifically for John, and kind of a general question of just how has COVID impacted real estate closings, John?
Okay, well, a lot. It's totally changed the way we close deals. We got declared an essential service when they announced the emergency measure, so that lawyers had to stay open. We couldn't shut down. And I think that that's about moving so much of the economy from real estate to whatever. So we were essential. We had to stay open. And so we had to retool. And one of the first things we needed was the ability to sign people remotely.
Yeah.
Traditionally, as part of every real estate closings, there's something that has to be declared under a statutory declaration or a sworn statement made under oath. The Law Society's rules were that you can't take a declaration without meeting and identifying the client in front of you. So it would be impossible to do virtual closings if they insisted on that rule. So the Law Society quickly changed the rule. And they said lawyers can now do commissioning of documents remotely. Okay, which means that my client doesn't have to come into my office and show up. So that changed things a lot to allow us to continue to operate without clients having to leave their homes or us having to see multiple clients and sit across from them. So nowadays, our clients are basically not coming into the office anymore. We do all our meetings either Zoom or FaceTime or whatever works for the client.
It's huge change for you.
Wow. Huge. It's huge. It's huge. It was the scariest thing that the Law Society was worried about before because of fraud concerns. That's why they wanted us to meet the clients, get their ID, see them, identify them, and then confirm to the bank or to the other side that this person
makes sense.
It makes sense, absolutely. But this reality changed things very quickly because there's absolutely no way you can tell people to practice social distancing and then have them go to their lawyer and have their lawyer see his clients face to face across them on a desk anymore. So they changed that to allow us to do virtual signing. So that's been a big change.
Wow.
Another thing that's happened is that banks have realized that if they want to do mortgages and they want these deals to close, they can't make us meet the clients in this context.
Right.
It's just impossible.
Right.
So they've all loosened their mortgage instructions to say that if you meet the protocols of the Law Society, and they didn't just let it go and say do whatever you want. There's a rule. You have to have a meeting. You have to see him sign. You have to ask him the same question.
You have to see a video of the person. You have to get their ID. You
Yeah.
can't just talk to them on the phone.
No, it's not. No, it's not Wild West anymore.
Right, yeah.
But we go through a procedure, a checklist that they've put out, and we can do everything virtually.
Wow.
So the banks are saying, if you, lawyer, have met these requirements, we're okay with you not meeting the client. So since about March, we have not seen clients in the office. We do it virtually, which a lot of clients prefer. They don't, especially now.
Is that
they don't
your
wanna-
feedback? They're okay?
Oh yeah, they like it. So overall, I think that a lot of lawyers have adjusted. We've been given the means to adjust by Law Society and banks, and there's been some net benefit. I would say that if I would like to see this continue because I think it's propelled us into the future and taken anything unnecessary out of the closing process.
Yeah.
There's no reason why it shouldn't continue because it's
Yeah.
efficient and it's
The Law
working.
Society still calls it a temporary
really?
waiver of the requirement to meet in person. I don't know what they're going to do, but they haven't officially said it's forever. I guess it depends, as you're talking about. A lot of us don't know the sort of life cycle of COVID.
We don't know.
Is it over in a while? Is it over longer? Are
Is
they
there a
going
second
to
wave?
Are they going to release the requirement or reimpose the requirement actually? And then if there's another outbreak, give us the option not to do it again? Are they going to go back and forth? I don't know what they're
That sounds like going backwards. I think generally speaking, COVID has forced a lot of industries to embrace technology that was already there, right? It's just you're forced now all of a sudden to utilize it, right?
Yeah.
It's leapfrogged everybody, which is actually a good thing. So.
Since about March, we have not seen clients in the office. We do it virtually.